Welcome to Encouragement Notes, the place where you find out who God created you to be. I created this podcast to share my journey in life and in my disability acceptance. Thank you so much for listening. Let's get started. Hey, I hope all is going well today and you're having a beautiful, blessed day. Today I want to take some time to hang out with you and highlight a few of my favorite creators. One is somebody that I've been following since 2018, and then one I've been following since she was in my graduating class for Boundless Faith Society in 2021. So the first person I want to talk about is Amy Landino. If you guys listen to my recent brand video and podcast episode, you heard me mention Amy. I started following Amy on from her March 6th, 2018 video. She is a YouTuber that has been around YouTube or has been on YouTube since 2011, but I started following her from her March 6, 2018 video, and it was called How to Look Put Together. When I was wanting to take looking put together seriously on my own, because we all know those times where our moms or our loved ones will tell us to do something, and because they tell us to do something, we don't want to do it. But when we hear a same piece of information from another voice, then we're like, why didn't I think of that? Anyway, so that's where I was in my life back then in 2018. And I started following Amy. And back then, Amy talked about how to look put together on video and also how to create good content on video. So it's really safe to say that everything that I learned in terms of making better video, I learned from her. I started my own video journey in 2015 when I was with what was then called Beachbody back then. It's called Body now. But I started making my own video content back then in 2015, specifically to sell the products. And then after I got out of Beachbody and I started my own podcast, that is when I started the journey of sharing my sermon notes. But I have learned so much from Amy, and I honestly am in a point in my life right now where I'm going down an old video rabbit hole with her. Because honestly, you guys, I think some comments that I've gotten has shaken my confidence. So I am kind of listening to her old content on confidence and how to assert yourself in video and make new good content. But I have been following her since then, since 2018, off and on, mostly on. And she has grown and developed into one of the best advice givers online that I could ever recommend. She is no nonsense, spot on about letting people have their opinions, and doing what you were created to do. If somebody doesn't agree with something that you're doing, that's not something you should participate in further than saying, you know what, this is me, I'm going to do it. But I've really appreciated Amy over the years, and I love her content. Please go check it out. I will list her in my show notes when I'm finished writing the copy for this video that goes in the show notes. And the second person that I want to highlight is my friend Emily. She has a vlog series that she does almost every day called Emily's Life on Wheels, and she basically is an open-hearted creator who shares her life with others, and she has spastic diplegia CP like I do, and it affects her a little bit differently than it does me, but I've learned a lot from Emily over the years, and she is just fearless about what she shares, and yeah, she's so fearless about what she shares and so open about everything that she shares, and I really would recommend that you check her out as well. You guys, I hope that you're having a great day. And the last thing I wanted to say is that we are doing, if you guys listened to me last week, we are doing the At the Movie sermon series. And this week's movie, this coming Sunday's movie, is Toy Story 5. And if you guys remember, a couple weeks ago, I went to the movies with my church to see Toy Story 5. So I have a feeling this sermon is going to be a good one. We'll see what Pastor Rick, what kind of bullet points Pastor Rick pulls out of this movie. But it should be a good one. And I also wanted to give Emily a shout out because Emily was the person who said, hey, you need to bring your sermon note series back. So, because she knew me back then when my sermon notes were the only thing that my podcast was about. So thank you so much, sister, for encouraging me to bring back this content. And I look forward to doing as much as I can. And Emily said I don't need to be perfect with it. So I am just going to go and do as much as I can and not feel bad if I missed one or two or even three. But my point is, I stopped doing the sermon notes as part of my podcast because I freaked out because I thought I was massively behind, and I was just really kind of scared to pick that ball back up again. But thank you, Emily, for encouraging me to get back into it. I love you. And Amy, I love you too. You have just encouraged me so much. Even just in this week, I've gone down such a rabbit hole of your old stuff, and I'm watching your new stuff as well. And it's tough love sometimes, but it is all encouragement. So thank you so much. You guys, I will talk to you guys later. I love you. Have a beautiful, blessed day, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.